Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 22nd through the 28th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead for you guys with this lovely deck here. And then we're going to go ahead and pull an affirmation for you all from this deck here. We are coming into retrograde season. We're coming through this new moon. We're coming through summer solstice, entering a new season. So we're going to see what's happening for you all, my darlings, for Gemini sun, moon, and rising in the week ahead. Alrighty, let's get right on in here. Without further ado, your first card, Gemini, is Knight of Water. Some of you could be dealing with a younger water sign. There could be a water sign that's kind of taking your energy or taking your focus right now. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be a family situation, like I said. Or it could just be aspects within yourself that are coming to the surface. The Knight of Water here is listed as somebody who's emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. So it could be you stepping into that energy or kind of developing those characteristics in the coming days. And the card here is listed as falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and what is it? An invitation to a social event. So those of you that watch my weekly videos, you know I try to steer clear of love and romance because I do love and romance monthly readings. And so once a month I focus on love, and then the rest of the month, every single week, I want to focus on all the other areas of life. Because let's face it, lots of readers focus on love. Sure, love is great. Sure, love is important. But what about the rest of our lives? And that's what I try to focus on. So even though there's like a romantic message here, I want to take a little bit, like a minute here, and talk about the other ways in which Knight of Water could be showing up in your life, right? Like if you're not focusing on love life or ways outside of your love life. And Knight of Water is a card that comes up when Spirit wants you to learn how to receive, to open up to receiving, and to pursue the things that bring your heart happiness, that bring you joy, right? It's going out and doing the things that are like, you know, the cherry on top of the sundae, right? Like everything else, you know, might be nice, but what are some little extras that you can pull into your life? And that's not to say you don't have problems right now, Gemini, but kind of looking for the little extras, right? Sometimes we get so busy in like the, you know, being really responsible and the down to necessities and being really logical. But what are some ways that you can bring fun, playfulness, beauty into your life, you know, without breaking the bank or putting yourself in a difficult situation? You know, maybe you can pick some flowers and put them in a vase and put them somewhere where it's pretty to look at. Maybe you can play some video games, make some time to play video games, or make some time to go and do something fun that you like doing, singing, dancing, whatever it is that you find fun or that brings you a sense of creativity and joy and happiness. You might also be having Gemini people stepping up into your life this week, wanting to do something nice for you or kind for you. And you might be tempted to say, oh, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. But Spirit wants you to learn to receive, to say thank you, you know, because it's also directly linked to anybody who's trying to manifest abundance right now. One of the things that happens before abundance comes in, we start receiving certain kindnesses from people. Strangers might start holding doors open for you. You might start getting really wonderful customer service. You might get little freebies and things thrown in. Okay, so this is one of the ways in which the universe prepares us to receive and prepares us for receiving abundance. Your next card here is Five of Earth. So some of you are downright worried about money. So that message really, really makes sense. You guys are manifesting money because some of you are very concerned about money right now. And so it says here, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. So this card sounds very scary. I know for me, especially as someone that has become self-employed and my journey to getting to being self-employed, there are lots of times I pull this card for myself and I would freak out. I was like, oh my God, maybe Spirit is telling me that self-employment's not for me, or maybe Spirit is telling me that, you know, money is gonna be terrible, and you know, it's when anytime anybody who's in the habit of pulling cards for yourself, you know what it's like. Sometimes you get a card and you might like panic a little bit, or you're watching readings and you get this card and you might panic a little bit. But what I've learned from about this card is what Spirit is telling you is that the times at this time that you're pulling the card, you're in uncertain times, right? There could be issues with the economy. God knows right now, we can say we're in uncertain times. There's a lot of transitions and a lot of things we don't normally deal with that are happening right now, that are factors in our decision making, that are factors in our careers, that are factors in our love life or dating even, right? There's a lot of things that have come in that we have to consider now that we didn't have to consider before. But what this card is letting you know is that this is the time to do the research, to figure out how you can make the transitions, or how you can pull in the abundance, or like what you can do, right? A lot of the times too, this card comes up when somebody is very tempted to leave a situation because they're unhappy with it. And this card is saying, okay, yeah, you want to leave the situation, but let's get the other things set up first. Let's get, you know, find the other vine that you're going to grab onto the other vine before you let go of the old one. If you're like swinging through, you know, on vines or something, you want to grab the next one before you let go of the one you're holding. Otherwise, you're going to fall. So this is the time to figure out your transition, right? For example, maybe you feel like, oh gosh, you know, this job is really stressful and they're letting people go and I just feel like I'm going to be next. Let me just beat them to it. Let me go ahead and quit and focus on the business I wanted to start. Well, that business might take time to make money. So what are some other things that you can do? Can you do independent contract work? Can you get a job where you're doing you know, something else? Like I know for me, I transitioned and there was a time I was working deliveries, right? I was working deliveries and I was doing telephone psychic hotline work. I worked for like the different psychic hotlines. And that helped me transition into working for myself because there was some other, I could leave the stressful job and I had those gigs that allowed me to have a flexible schedule to try to build my own thing. So 5 of Earth wants you to know that you have to really, really plan your steps here. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but if you are getting advice from the right people, if you're doing your research, if you're doing your homework, you're going to be able to be successful, okay? You're just going to have to work past the fear. And that's honestly the hardest part. It is being able to work past the fear and keep going in a way where you're planning your steps. You're paying attention to, okay, what's a way that I can do this in a smart way? Your next card, Gemini, is 8 of Air. And because of this, because of the transition that you're facing, you may be kind of scared. You may have some fears. Now, I know some of you might be like, what the heck? How am I getting a card here telling me to be super happy? And then I'm getting a card here like, oh, plan your steps. It's not easy, but you're going to be able to do it. And then get 8 of Air or 8 of Swords. Like, what the heck? Why am I, how does this card even fit? This card fits because we talked about how abundance is coming in. If your heart is not open to receive the positivity and the joy and the happiness, you're not going to be able to receive the financial blessings that are coming in. You're not going to be able to create or generate possibilities in your life. One of the most common questions I get from people who are trying to be on a spiritual path is, how do I raise my vibration? And some of you might be wondering, how can I be a more high vibrational person? How can I raise my vibration? This is the answer right here. If you raise your vibration, these other two are not going to affect you for very long at all. You're going to be able to breeze past this. You're going to be able to hop over it, like just whoop, no problem, right? Because this is about being in your happiness and being in your joy. That's how we raise our vibration, by being in our happiness, by being in our happiness, being in our joy, being in our creativity, being in our faith. This is the ways in which we're going to raise our vibration. So we talked about the other cards. 8 of Air is a card that says an illusion. I want you to focus on this word, illusion of being trapped. A lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. You're going to be able to break away from the pack. You're going to be able to get to your freedom, but you're going to have to be confident and know that all of the things that the negative ego is telling you of why things are hopeless or why they're never going to change, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's not true. It's not true. You have to realize that that's an illusion, okay? And that you're not stuck, and that if you could just have some faith and confidence in yourself to try something new and to take some new steps and to take action, you're going to be able to come out of that 8 of Air energy. Your next card here is the 3 of Earth, and this is a card about building foundations, laying foundations. It can also indicate collaborations. The creator of this deck has this listed as the power of creativity, being recognized or recognition for very high quality work, and being a team player. Some of you, what this reading is telling me, some of you really want to leave your job for something else, or you're really dreaming of finding a way to be self-employed and you have no idea how you're going to make the transition. Either you have no idea of what you would do to work for yourself, or you have an idea of what you want to do. You just don't know how to get from point A to point B. You just don't know how to make the jump right now, and you're really resenting your job. You're really feeling a lot of anger, like you're even like kind of seething when you're there because you don't want to be there and you resent it. And so Spirit is trying to say that there are things that you can do right now in the work situation. By continuing to do the good work, you will receive recognition. Being in that team player energy with others, you're going to be able to kind of change the perception, and work can feel a little bit more bearable, especially if when you're not at work, like on your off time, if you can make time to play and blow off that stress and be happy. This transition, this period where you're stuck at this job, well, I shouldn't say stuck, where you have to hold on to this job a little bit longer, it won't feel as bad. It won't feel as frustrating. Okay? Or if you are self-employed and you have a business, 3 of Earth is saying you're going to be able to collaborate with others. You're going to be able to come together with others and come up with ways of boosting your recognition. Maybe helping each other to be seen, coming up with some kind of collab where, hey, I promote you, you promote me. We kind of bring each other's, client base or followers or whatever into exposure for one another. So some kind of collaboration, being recognized, being seen. Butterfly is very transformative, transforming energy. Okay, so it's not bad. You just feel frustrated and you want things to hurry up and change. It's gonna change. You're moving in that direction. But by raising your vibration, being in your joy, that's gonna help speed up the process. So the next card here for you, Gemini, is going to be your affirmation card. And as always, guys, I do encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you if you want to click on the Calendly link and schedule a private reading with me there. So your affirmation is, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So doors are going to open, but we talked about how you're frustrated because you want things to hurry up and happen fast. We talked about ways that you can speed it up, but ultimately there's things happening behind the scenes here, and patience is a virtue. Patience is something that you can work on. There's a lot of purple in this card. So Gemini, for you guys, this is going to be a really good time to focus on your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is just above your head. It's like where your aura is around your body, okay? And your crown chakra is the center of like where the thoughts process and the thoughts move around. It's your consciousness, it's your thoughts, okay? So you can do white light meditations or visualizations to clear it. You can look up online crown chakra meditations, crown chakra affirmations, crown chakra sound baths. These are all things that you can maybe try to incorporate this week in focusing and clearing and getting your crown chakra, you know, moving along nicely here. All right, it's gonna be helpful for a lot of you. Again, watching your moon, sun, or rising sign video can also help a lot. If you're looking for more love and romance, or if you want to hear your channeled angel messages for June, be sure to check out those videos. Those are linked in the description of this video. And the July love videos and channeled messages will be up soon. So if you're not already subscribed and hit notification, make sure that you do so that you get a notice when those are posted. And at the end of this week, guys, I'm going to announce the winner of the free 30-minute reading that I'm giving away. And the bracelet, the Angel Light bracelet that I'm giving away this month. So you can go on Instagram or Facebook to see a picture of the bracelet. I posted it in the beginning of the month. But I'm just going to pick one winner from Facebook and one winner from Instagram. And I'm just looking at the comments and the likes, see who's jumping out at me. And I'll pick a winner from each page. And I'm going to keep doing this every month. I'll give away a different prize. And I'll give away a free reading, a free 30-minute reading. So, and I'll post on Instagram and Facebook who the winners are and what the price for July is and all that good stuff. So be sure to be on there if you weren't already, and if you want to follow along with the daily messages I post there. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a wonderful week, Gemini. Take care.